JJ McCarthy, you talk about trial by fire. The Minnesota Vikings have the toughest schedule in the NFL this year. And we're going to find out very quickly how good JJ McCarthy is because he has to start the season going up against Chicago Bears, who have a really good defense. Then your next three games are pretty winnable. You're playing the Falcons, the Bengals, the Steelers, and then after that, you got the Browns before your bye. But after you come off that bye week, you play six playoff teams from that point on. You got Philly, the Chargers, the Lions, back-to-back road games. The Ravens are going to be in the forefront of the Super Bowl conversation. You would think that this is the year that Lamar finally gets his. Then you got to play Chicago again. Then you got another road trip to Lambeau Field, Seattle. They could be a playoff team this year. Washington made it to the playoffs last year with Jaden Daniels. That's going to be a really tough matchup for this Vikings squad. JJ McCarthy is going to make or break the Minnesota Vikings this year. When he was at Michigan, he wasn't asked to throw the football that much. He was just a really talented game manager. But with him playing for Kevin O'Connell, who has gotten the most out of pretty much every quarterback that he has had, I feel JJ McCarthy will be pretty decent. But being pretty good may not be enough for the Vikings to have anywhere close to the level of success that they had last season. And they may not even be good enough to get into the playoffs this year. The NFC North has four teams that are more than capable of being able to get to the postseason. And yes, the Vikings have improved in a lot of areas. The O-line looks a lot better. The defense was already really good last year, and you do nothing but add to that side of the ball. But in the division this tough, you're only going to go as far as what your quarterback is able to take you. And if JJ McCarthy doesn't play at a top 15 level in his first season, Minnesota probably ends up winning 7-8 games max, because this isn't a weak enough schedule for you to overcome not having at least average or above average quarterback play. And the expectations for JJ McCarthy, like they are for Caleb Williams, they're pretty high. You invested a top 10 pick into him. He got the sack for a year, although it kind of was against the terms that you might have wanted. He missed all of 2024 due to an injury that he suffered in the preseason. But him sitting for a year, being able to get more comfortable with this offense, the terminology, he should be able to be solid enough where the Vikings are competitive and what looks like to be the toughest division in the NFL once again. But it's just hard to see Minnesota just going so far this year with them essentially having a rookie quarterback, because that's what JJ McCarthy pretty much is. Yeah, he's in year 2, but last year was a redshirt year. And there's only so much that a young quarterback can learn sitting on the bench until he ends up getting thrown into the fire. And this is baptism by fire. With how difficult this schedule is, you are playing 6, maybe 8 to 9 teams that can make the playoffs this year. And quarterback play could be the difference in a lot of those games. So JJ McCarthy doesn't have a good year where he just hits the ground running in year 1. It's going to derail any hope that the Vikings have of making it to the playoffs.